All right.
Vincent, can you take it there?
Live streaming. Give me a second.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and record.
Okay.
Welcome, everyone, to the Otech Pros webinar. You're seeing us on a new day and time, which is Sunday, every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern. We're glad you're with us. Thank you for being here. We're going to have a very interactive session today with a question and answer. So once I begin, we're going to start with our topic and have our speakers. But keep in mind that we want to hear from you. So you attendees there, it matters what you have to say. And we're going to be using the Q&A section of this webinar where you can place your questions and comments into the Q&A. So look on the panel, you will see a Q&A section. Please make sure you have your name there and your country and ask a question or make a comment relative to our topic. So we're going to begin right away, and I'll let you know that our topic today is ONPASSIVE in a league of its own. It's a broad topic, but a very exciting one. And as you have here our speakers today talk about this topic, you will see why. So we're going to begin with Oliver Fonte. Go ahead and take the floor, Mr. Fonte.
Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, and good night. Just want to say thank you for those who are here with us, and with the changes that we do have within the last 48 hours is for our good and for our benefit. That our schedule was moved yesterday, Saturday to Sunday, is because they want that everybody should at least hear us and know their business also. And I want to apologize also for that. And I say I'm sorry for all the changes, but we do understand that changes come with progress and changes come with good things. And also want to say that we are sorry that two of our brothers are not here, Bob Takusi and Collins Mana. They have some engagement. These are the consequences when changes come. So, but next week we are all going to be here. And our topic for today is ONPASSIVE, a league of its own. This is a big topic. And when you look into this topic, you see that ONPASSIVE, all of us, everything in ONPASSIVE is a league of its own. When you look from the structure side of it, the way ONPASSIVE, the way Ash Mufara put ONPASSIVE together, the way he built this industry, this company from founders, resellers, and customers. No company got this. It's a league of its own because there's no company. And this company was put from heart and love before looking at money. That's why Ash always talk about humanity, that the human side of it, that is there. ONPASSIVE was put together from heart, and it doesn't and love before looking into profit. That is why Mr. Ash Mufara has flipped the coin. He has flipped the coin for today. Now you've seen that centuries of domination of the weakest people by the stronger people, that's the richest people, by highlighting love, compassion, and sharing of wealth. And that is why you and I, the founders, all of us, the founders, we are 1.4 plus. God has seen our heart and knows that we are going to replicate ourselves and we are going to impact others. In 196 countries all over the world that we are comply. Not all companies are comply. Some companies, people just use their products, they don't even comply. People use Gmail, Yahoo all over the world. They don't comply in other countries. Google is not complying in all those countries. But ONPASSIVE is comply. We've complied in all their laws and their regional regulations and policies. This is big. That is the league of its own by ONPASSIVE. Our CEO is somebody that wants to legalize things. He's not in all the crooked stuff that people are doing. He wants that everything in ONPASSIVE should be straight. That is the ONPASSIVE leak of its own. When we go into Hyderabad, our tech guys, our techs in Hyderabad, look at the way he treats them like family. An employee is sick, is in the hospital, the CEO calls to check. Make sure not only he extended to their family, to the employees, their families. Tell me which CEO. At times I've worked in many companies. I've never seen my CEO. I've never even talked to him. But in ONPASSIVE is different. Their salaries are compounded. Tell me which company's salary is compounded. They give them prizes, cars. I've been working all through my life in the tech industry. They don't give cars for prizes, for best this and best that, cell phones for gift. Only to give you a raise is a problem. But you work and work. I quite remember in one of the other companies that I work, when I got in there for my interview, there were different parts that I have to touch. And I took that interview, started working. They say you accepted that you do this, you have to do it. I asked for a raise, even for 1%. They refuse. They told me that they would prefer to give me a bonus than to give me a raise. Do you people know why? Because when they give you a raise, you are tied. When they give you a raise of 1%, that is what you get every month. But they'll prefer to give you a one-time bonus. You see how the big guys, they exploit us? They'll prefer to give you a bonus than to give you a raise, because they give you that 1% raise. For it, that is $200. It's going to be every month. They'll prefer to give you a one-time bonus, even $5,000 or even $10,000, because it's a one-time thing. It's a one-time thing. But look at what our CEO is doing to our guys, to the techs in Hyderabad. Compounded salary. That is a leak of its own. I wish that kind of way our CEO treats our employees, they can apply it all over the world. And these companies, they make big money, huge sum of money, especially the tech companies. But the big guys upstairs chop it. So these are the things we have to understand, that we are a leak of our own. On the 30th of March, we started our marketing campaign in Dubai. Look at what happened. Tell me which company. The Burj Khalifa building. Look at ONPASSIVE was from ground to the last floor up. ONPASSIVE, the lights, the fountain displaying ONPASSIVE. In the malls, you see billboards, how many inch screen, TV is all ONPASSIVE. On the street, ONPASSIVE. Gas station, ONPASSIVE. Marketing, branding, you and I. We all have domain accounts with your website running on it. That website that will be running on it is that you have new website on daily basis, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Tell me which company does that. And that website is done on your domain, branding you. We should understand this, that the length of which Mr. Ash Mufara has taken this company to, the other leak of its own. Companies, a lot of companies, I can say 99 point how many percent companies, they don't change website. They can do maybe 5-6 years, but they just go and change the color. They don't change the content. But ONPASSIVE, our website, everything changes from the context. Everything changes on daily basis. Branding, you and I, all of us, the founder, that is a leak of its own. That is a leak of its own. Mr. Ash Mufara told us that your name will be known. You will be known all over the world, because the way he's branding us, seeing that we are with that, we the founders, we are the face of the company. He's branding us. You have your own domain. Facebook, Google, and the other tech companies, they do have the one domain. You, myself, all of us, 1.4, we do have our domains. Tell me which company. Tell me which company that got that. Come again. What we have accomplished, what Mr. Ashmufara and Heidelberg Techs, with us also as ONPASSIVE family, what we have accomplished for this short period of time, no company, no one. Look at Zoom. It took them 4 years plus to come out one product, and still Zoom is still shaking. The CEO told us last week, on Thursday, a few days ago, 10 products. We are now on minimum value product and above. He wants to take us now to the above market value. That is the value that Mr. Ashmufara is putting on the table in front of our customers. Branding us with all these products. Branding us with all these products that will be running on our website. You know, it's not like fame. We are not getting fame, but we are there. He has flipped the world. That the century of domination of the weakest by the strongest will be no more. Will be no more. Because ONPASSIVE is out of love and compassion, and we are sharing. ONPASSIVE is put out of hard love before putting profit. Our customers are going to die with us. Why? Because it's the cost is going to be cost effective. Products unlimited. Mr. Ashmufara told us last time, a few months back, with the recession, that we are going to be the stimulus. We are going to give the stimulus plan. Yes, we will. We will give the stimulus plan. Why? Because of the price of our prices. You come to ONPASSIVE to buy one product, you see yourself buying. You come to our virtual mall to buy one product, you see yourself buying about 10. Then they say, okay, this is the price that if you host with us, this is going to be the price in our data center. Bam! You finally yourself, you got everything within us in our virtual mall. And the price, maybe the price that you are going to buy, maybe 2, 3, 4 products, and to host your data is the price that maybe you buy one software. I'm saying this because I'm always in the team where I'm a company where I work. I'm in the team that I do all the security review for vendors, for different companies that want to come and do business in my company. Everywhere I go, that is my responsibility. And when I look at the MSA, the Master Service Level Agreement Plan, I look at the prices for one product. I look at the prices for one, to bring just one product. They ask us for licenses. What is licenses? Licenses is that, let's say the company is they have 2,000 employees in that company. My company is 70,000 all over the world. They will say, okay, 100 users, you pay this amount of money. Imagine that with 70,000 employees, they will say 100,000 users, you pay this amount of money. 100. So what the company do is this. They say, okay, not everybody, we're not going to put everybody on that. So they'll choose those people that use that particular product. And still, those people that use that particular product might be 50, might be in a company of 70,000, might be to 1,000. Tell me how much they're going to pay. And then you pay you pay yearly subscription on that product. But guess what? ONPASSIVE has reversed it. Unlimited. No licenses. Cost effective. So you see how much companies are going to save in their pocket. That is the ONPASSIVE league of its own. That we are ahead of the game. Tell me which CEO will not come to us. Tell me that we are not going to have the stimulus plan for that. Tell me. Look, let me quote just one product. OSTAF. OSTAF, where I work, we have about 5 different software tools. 5 different tools that we use. 5 or 6. Now it's going to be one in all staff, one. What the price is also cost effective and unlimited. Tell me who is that CEO that will not come to ONPASSIVE to come and get our product when they come to our onto our virtual mall, because it's going to put more money into their pocket. They're going to give raise, and they're going to give yearly bonuses. More money into people's pocket, and it's going to stimulate the economy. That is what we are talking about, and that is the league of its own that we are talking about ONPASSIVE. Come again. Our customers, like I also talk about our customers. Let me continue the customers. Any company or anybody that produce any product that a layman can lay their hands on, that a layman can lay their hands on, they'll make it in life. ONPASSIVE, we do have products. Opal, ONET, and Opal, ONET, and which other product is that? That they are free, that they are free product. My grandmother in the village, or anybody that they make just $2 a day, can afford Opal. That is the product that my heart, it makes me happy, because now if I call back home, no more interruption. I have people that call me from Cameroon. They'll go on top of a hill. On top of a hill, I heard Mike Ellis video that when you go to the mountains in Colorado, they go there just to go and have network to call in the night, because in the United States here, the time difference, just to call me, to give me some information, important information back home. Now we will not have this problem. When we talk, we had this webinar with PNG last night. I told them they are now free, because ONPASSIVE has come to save all of us, our life. All the time in their webinars, it's been interrupted. It's not clear. The network problem. This time around, Opal is there to solve all those problems. They are not rich. I really think some of them, especially like in Cameroon, some people don't even have, they can't afford $1 meal a day, but they will be able to talk. Not only talk, they can come also as resellers and make money for themselves. There are teachers that they'll use Academy. I got a strategy how to use, and I'll share it here to everybody. Go to your country. All those teachers that they teach math, physics, chemistry, and biology is one thing. My daughter is there, she's in high school. When I look their science, it's the same thing like that in Cameroon. Cameroon, we do math and further math. We do biology, we do chemistry. We do biology and we do chemistry. It's the same thing. Tell them to make their classes and put it into Academy. If they can make just $100 a month, that's something. If they can classify all those classes, introductory, the standard, and the advanced in 3 different levels. Please listen to what I'm saying, because ONPASSIVE is a giant. Is giant that you, at any angle, you can make money. Go tell those teachers back there and in high school and universities, they should prepare their classes in 3 different. Take biology. They can take biology or they can take math. They put introductory, they put medium, and they put the last one, advanced. $5 for each of those classes. They can put it $5. $5. They can make $100 a month or even more. It depends. This is another league of itself. We are talking about ONPASSIVE. That ONPASSIVE, you can generate money at any time, any angle that you want. It's because I will not have time. I would have made my classes in IT security or just basic IT classes, security classes for free. If I have time, I'm going to do it, but I don't think I'm going to have time, because I'll focus on humanitarian. I'll focus on humanitarian. But these are the little tips that we can use Academy that I know to make money. So we should take these ideas, pass it down. This is a league of its own, that anybody is going to make money. I listened to one of Mike Ellis' video that was about 1 year ago, that he talked about this also, about the teachers to use Academy. And when I listened to Mike Ellis, when he said that, I said, why can't we, let me also take it now to the next level. I said, okay, classes, 3 different stages. Introductory, $5. The intermediary, the middle one, maybe $10. The advanced, $15. If you take all those classes, you know, those teachers are going to make some money. That is another level that we are talking about. Our products are all AI driven, automation 100%, and integration. You can integrate OPAR and OVirtual. Only OConnect, only Academy alone comes with about 5 to 8 different products integrated into it with wallet. Tell me which company. Microsoft did something like that with 360. But is it automated? Is it AI driven? No. No company will stand us, even if they want to start, that they want to be like ONPASSIVE, like Mr. Ash Mufara said, our CEO, they don't have the heart. They don't have that heart to do it. Because ONPASSIVE is built out of heart and love, not looking for money, to serve our people. If they want to even try it, it would take them years. That is why, for me, I always say ONPASSIVE is ordained by God. Because if you look at all the founders today, and you look at our tech all over in Hyderabad and around the world, the ones that are in Dubai, we don't know, maybe 1%, below 1%. Everybody works with their heart of heart. At this time, we the founders, we don't even talk about ourselves because we know we are fine. If you ask any founder today in ONPASSIVE, in the 196 countries that we are all comply with, they will say, I want to do this. I want to do this to my community. I want to help my family. I want to do this. I want to do this. That is the heart that Mr. Ash Mufara has put us in, has changed all of our mind. That is a leak of its own that we are talking about. The family that we are today, the 1.4 million family, today I talk to Lynn on daily basis. Vincent, Collins, Mike Ellis, Maddie, John that is in Australia, he would text me things. If I want to fly to Australia, I just, hey, John, I'm coming. John will give me a VIP reception. If I call anybody in any other country, if I call David Bakauda, I'm coming to PNG, you know, I have somebody there, a family. We are now family. That is a leak of its own. We don't look at money. We look at the humanity, how we are going to serve our people. Yes, we are going to make the money. We are going to make the money. Let me go to traffic. ONPASSIVE is legal, is legally, and it complies again, as I always say this word, in 196 countries. Look at the traffic, my friends, my brothers and sisters. Look at that traffic. Look at that traffic. Then any layman can lay hand on any of ONPASSIVE products. Anybody. We don't discriminate. We don't say products are only for rich people. Mr. Ash Mufara put all these products together, even for the poorest man can afford it. Free. Free. And we are not going to sell any data out, any customers' data or any of our data out. This is what we are talking about. And this is a leak of his own that we are talking about. Mr. Ash Mufara said, and he keeps repeating it, he has been consistent on that he is not going to sell any customers' data out like other companies they do. We are not going to the stock market, a debt-free company. All these other companies, they're in the stock market because they want money. With all the stock regulations that are there, they have to comply to all of that. Some of those CEOs, they go to Congress in the United States here to go and fight to not pay minimum wage. ONPASSIVE is not, it's a different league of its own, because ONPASSIVE share. That politics that other companies are playing is not going to be here in ONPASSIVE. We are not in the stock market, so all those regulations is not going to come to us. A debt-free company. The companies go to the stock market because they need money, but ONPASSIVE, we don't need that money. We don't need that money. That is a league of its own. A company that is going to the market with more than $1 billion in our coffers. A company that is going to the market with more than 1 million customers. More than 1 million customers. Tell me, which company has started like that? None. None. That is a league of its own. If you look at the technology that are being connected in our environment, I'll leave that to Brother Vincent to talk about it, like the data center and the rest. We will not go into details now with things with all our technology and all. We will not go into that in all those details. We'll discuss those in all higher levels. But look at all our connections. Can any company afford that? They can afford it. But where's their heart? Not only their heart. How long will it take them to build our technology? Some of the CEOs and this did the big shot because they are greedy. They want to make money all for themselves. I don't think they'll be able to do it, to spend that amount of money like our CEO did. That is a league of its own that we are talking about. That is a league of its own. Come to our products. We cannot talk without talking about our products. That is all. They are all disruptive, with all disruptive features. AI driven. And we are going to shake the internet space. Our target is the more than 5 billion people that are going to come into our traffic. And at some point, I'm seeing in the next 1 year, we are going to be the traffic. We are going to be the traffic. We are going to be the traffic. At some point, and I'm seeing less than 1 year, we are going to be the traffic. Anteline, I want to leave you there. Say thank you, and God bless everybody.
Thank you so much. Awesome presentation. Yeah. Now, as you heard Oliver speak, did any ideas come up? Did you have any questions? If yes, place them into our Q&A section. This is our Q&A section of our webinar. Comments and questions about our broad topic, which is ONPASSIVE in a league of its own, will be selected. So as long as they're appropriate and relevant, we would love to hear your thoughts and your questions. And welcome to Mike Ellis. He's going to be speaking shortly. Good to have you. Welcome to everybody here. This is an interactive webinar. So this is why I've been saying in the chat, ask your questions, express your thoughts through the Q&A. This is going to make this webinar exciting, and you want to be able to interact with our speakers here. So please do that. Use the Q&A. So now we go on to Vincent Ete. Vincent Ete, please take the floor.
Well, thank you, Auntie Lynn. So hello to everyone. Hello to Mike Ellis. Hello to Lynn. And all the participants here, hello to you. And hello to all those who also watching us from YouTube. Okay, so thank you, my brother Oliver, for this great presentation. I will even say you have said all, so I have maybe little to say because he did a great job, starting from the beginning to the end, all good thing of ONPASSIVE, the great company on the health. So we haven't seen that company before. So those who were here before Oliver started, I think he has said a lot. And then I will say this is all about ONPASSIVE. He did, and then explain so many things about our great company, all the technologies involved, all the security system, all the performance. Thank you, Oliver, for this great presentation. So today is the same topic, ONPASSIVE in a league of its own. So this is a lot to say about ONPASSIVE, so not going to repeat what my brother said. So I'll also take you to different angle of the ONPASSIVE, because ONPASSIVE is great. So we have a great features, great issues, and then great thing to say. So I would say ONPASSIVE is an artificial intelligence technology company. And then the company is built also fully autonomous, where SaaS is a software as service. So this is what ONPASSIVE built, all software as service product using the latest artificial intelligence software technologies for our global customer base. So this is ONPASSIVE. So our artificial intelligence system is bringing a lot. So most of our ecosystem, all the software, all this, our product, they are built, powered by artificial intelligence system. So this artificial intelligence is ONPASSIVE is artificial intelligence company. So it brings also a lot of competition. It gives us the advantage. It gives us the innovation. A few months ago, we talked about innovation labs. ONPASSIVE, we have innovation. So we know how to innovate things. And then also it refreshes us some perspective to business. And then also the technology challenges, we have that in ONPASSIVE. So ONPASSIVE also is a company where we accelerate also innovation, and then we do the transformation of the business. So from our strategy to design, the implementation and the management, all is based on the innovation and then the transformation of the digital world. So we know the digital world is broad, but with our ONPASSIVE, we have based on artificial intelligence, powered by artificial intelligence, and then it's going to lead us to the digital world, because the digital world, we have a broad wide of artificial intelligence products. And then even the solution, the aim to transform the global enterprises digitally. So this is the aim of the ONPASSIVE. So we're going to transform this the global enterprises. So we're going to make it the best digital product in the world. So we have our range of products, our products. So we know we got over 20 digital products. So this is our aim to transform this. Also, we have also strategy to reinvent the business model. So ONPASSIVE is also good on that, to help our customers, and then to our customer to have the better operation efficiency and also client experience. So this is ONPASSIVE. So we have all the tools from business perspective. Everywhere we have it, and then we are leader on that as well. We are leading the world for the digital product, and then the digital innovation, all the system, the artificial intelligence system in place. So we are leading this this area of the technologies. So ONPASSIVE also enable the total value of the game changing for artificial intelligence system. So we are game changing. We're changing the game. I was here to say that we are changing the game. So for the artificial intelligence technology solution. So we are ONPASSIVE, we're doing that. So changing the game, we use a different strategy. We use a different ways to adapt and then scale the system. Also making our clients successful in the connected world. So our client, they will be successful following our system, following our product. So this is the aim of the ONPASSIVE. So we also try to strive to help our client, build them, make them stronger in the customer relationships, because even part of that customer relationship we are doing for our customer, we have also different product for we have like Otech, which is also customer relationship management tools we have in place. Even that we are helping our customer, we bring in that, but we have another tool also for that. So this is making our business, to strive our business, to sell, to identify a new opportunity, and also to analyze our marketing results to our businesses and customers. This is one of the biggest and strongest also ONPASSIVE is doing for our world today. So ONPASSIVE is power of our IT solutions, simplify the complexity to your business with artificial intelligence system. So ONPASSIVE is a AI technology-based ecosystem Also, we have almost of all our system is automated. My brother Oliver said it. So we are automated digital solution. So this great company is also worldwide, over 200 countries. People trust this great company in the world. So we are present in almost every single country in the world. So we also have a going to influence the global economy, because what ONPASSIVE is doing is going to change the global economy system. So it's something that they know, and then we all know that it's going to impact the whole world, even the whole economy. So this is what we have also. We have over 1 million customers, like the funders. We are one of the big platform funders in the world. So no company have done that before. So ONPASSIVE, we have that. And then this is make us also great, because what we have, the other, they don't have it. Our ecosystem, we have an ecosystem of over 20 digital products. So this is also great. So from Opal, Oconet, Omel, there are many, over 20 ecosystem. We have also digital products. We have also physical product. One of our great digital product is our data center. So ISO is a great product. We have a latest technology inside our data center. We're not going inside the technologies, but we have the best. And also that is also powered by artificial intelligence, that great technology, latest technology. So we have the latest technology around our data center. And then what our data center have, a lot of company outside there, they don't have it. And then we have what we have in our system is great. So we have also the best performance system in our ecosystem. All the software, the website, they are all great. They have the best security system, good performance. When you click, it's there. Latency, everything's great. We have a fiber optic, all the technology around. So ONPASSIVE, on one word, this is, I will say, is one of the best and great company in the world. So thank our CEO, Mr. Ash, to bring us together, to bring those technologies together, because we heard about artificial intelligence system technologies so many years back. Because on ONPASSIVE, now I get in deeper to understand what is artificial intelligence, what the artificial intelligence is going to do to impact our world. Artificial intelligence is going to work hard, even to impact the whole world economy, because of the power of artificial intelligence, not even in technology, but it's going to affect also the financial market, because of the tool, the way we are going to use that tool. The tool is going to do things for us, analyze system, bring customers, bring the market together, bring even people together, because artificial intelligence can help us to know what is going on in the United States today. It can tell us what is going on in Europe, what is going on in Africa. This is the great job also for artificial intelligence system. And then ONPASSIVE by Mr. Ash, today we are one world. I know a lot of people from the world. We see Mark Ellis in the United States, Antlin in the United States. We can see so many people everywhere in the world. We can connect to people around the world. And then all this is the work of ONPASSIVE, and then is the work of Mr. Ash, our great CEO, plus the team in Hyderabad. We thank them for this great job. And then because of the ONPASSIVE, the world is become like one village. We can wake up one morning and then we know what is going on around. Sometimes I'm sleeping, someone can call me in Africa and say, oh, my brother, the ONPASSIVE funder is down. I say, how? He say, oh, I went there just now, it's down. So check. So I can wake up and see, oh, yeah, it's down. But don't worry, the engineers are working to bring it up. So just now, I think yesterday, someone sent me a message again, we have an issue. I say, no, we are aware of that. People are working on it. So this is a great thing. That means people are connected all over the world. They are trying to find out what is going on within ONPASSIVE. So thank you, all the participants. Thank you also our CEO for this great job we did for us, to unite us, to make us to one platform so we can communicate to each other day and night, all the time. And then I think it's forever. We have a great family. We have a new family where now we are attaching to. This is the great job of ONPASSIVE. Thank you, Antilin. I will leave it there.
Thank you very much, Vincent. Now, Vincent covered quite a bit of ground today, and I'm sure might have jogged some thoughts in you and maybe some questions. So we do encourage you participants, those of you who are even in the YouTube channel live stream, to go ahead and ask your questions. And if we have someone monitoring the chat, they'll pass the question on to us. So in my channel, which is ONPASSIVE Lynn Nakamoto, we have quite an active chat going on. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to make them there and we will express them in this live webinar. All right. And as far as this current webinar, if you are in the webinar itself, there's a Q&A section. Please place your comments and questions there. We ask you not to discuss any support related questions there. That you take directly to support. Thank you very much. We want to keep this webinar interactive and we value your thoughts and your feelings. Next, we go on to Mr. Mike Ellis, who's going to be talking about how ONPASSIVE is in a league of its very own. You can take the floor now.
Yeah, thanks, Lynn. You know, when you start to think about ONPASSIVE being in a league of its own, you really have to look at the people that are in ONPASSIVE. And if you want to know what ONPASSIVE is, you need to listen to Oliver, Vincent, and Lynn. If you still don't have an idea of what ONPASSIVE is, and you're not listening to these gentlemen and Lynn, you're just short selling yourself. They're telling you everything that ONPASSIVE is, and they're tying it together. Once you understand that, you kind of understand where you're at and the situation you're in moving forward. When I think, and another thing about this group of three right here, I don't know how you guys do it. I know you were on very, very late last night, and here you are early in the morning. I don't think any of you sleep. I had to go to bed. I couldn't get on Papua New Guinea. You guys are doing a great job. But when I think about ONPASSIVE being in a league of their own, I talk to Marty on a regular basis, as all of you know, and I know Marty has the same situation that I have. How do you determine the league that ONPASSIVE is in? You follow the money. And what does that mean? Almost on a weekly basis, I have individuals contacting me, and I know Marty has the same thing, and I'm sure there are other founders that are experiencing this same phenomena. I have individuals contacted me, and these are multi-million-dollar companies and billion-dollar companies. Now get that. And why are they contacting myself and Marty and some other founders? They want to get in front of Ash Mufareh. These individuals are very, very smart. They know what's happening in the market, and they've seen ONPASSIVE. And when you follow the money and you see the money rushing into ONPASSIVE, wanting to get a piece of it, and it's not that they're doing poorly. It's not that they're not making money. These are big hitters. They're making a ton of money. They want more, and they see that ONPASSIVE is the place where more is going to be. Oliver talked about traffic earlier, and again, these individuals see what's happening. When you look at the traffic sources that Ash Mufareh is bringing to the table and how this is evolving, number one, ONPASSIVE has the best traffic sources in the world. They're not secondhand. These are the best traffic sources in the world. Ash Mufareh is working with individuals that he's known for decades, and they know how to drive traffic. Marty and I were talking about it the other day, and we were talking and we're saying, just look what we could have done if we had that traffic source. And of course, we laughed at each other because there's no way we could get that traffic source, because you would have to pay millions of dollars a month just to get in front of these traffic sources. Well, this is what Ash Mufareh has. This is what other people are seeing. And this is before ONPASSIVE goes viral and we become the traffic source, as Oliver said. But when you follow the money's coming into ONPASSIVE. They want a piece of ONPASSIVE. Now, We don't put anybody in front of Mr. Mufara right now. He doesn't need any help. He doesn't need any money. And over time, these individuals might be able to get in front of Ash Mufara. And I say might. And again, these are very, very big hitters, guys. It shows you where ONPASSIVE is, how big ONPASSIVE is. And we as founders are not the only ones that see it. These guys are coming in, they see what's happening with ONPASSIVE. Are we in a league of our own? Absolutely, no doubt about it. And the world is starting to recognize that, and they want in, they want a piece, but they can't get it because Ash Mufara, his loyalty is to you and I as founders. We as founders are in a league of our own. And as Vincent talked about, as Oliver talked about, nobody comes into ONPASSIVE right now unless they come through us. Understand that. As a founding member, nobody comes into ONPASSIVE right now unless they come through the founding members, you and I. We are in a league of our own. This has never been done before. Oliver talked about it. ONPASSIVE is unprecedented. That individuals, just average individuals like you and I, and by the way, I don't think anybody ONPASSIVE is average and ordinary. I think we're above average by far. But we're able to come in, participate with ONPASSIVE, and what Mr. Mufara has done has put us, we are the stalwart, we are the wall. No one comes through that wall unless we give them permission to come through that wall. And that includes the big hitters, it includes customers, it includes resellers, it includes everything. Everybody comes through ONPASSIVE. Not ONPASSIVE, but the founding members of ONPASSIVE. When you start to understand the situation you're in, when you start to understand Oliver, when you start to understand Vincent and Lynn, you start to understand how powerful a position that we're all in as we look at ONPASSIVE and what Mr. Mufara has done for all of us. And then I absolutely love to follow the money and see the money start coming into ONPASSIVE and hitting that wall. They can't come in. They can't even get in front of Mr. Mufara right now. Very, very rarely do Marty and I put anybody in front of Mr. Mufara. Very, very rarely. It has to be a really special situation for us to do it. And I think other founders, they're in the same position. We just don't do that. We know that Mr. Mufara has all of this under control. We know that ONPASSIVE today, it really is unlimited. And when you start to think about how unlimited ONPASSIVE is, where we're going, what we're doing, and you start to think about being in a league of our own, it's so easy. It's so easy to visualize that. And when you think about how many victories we're going to have moving forward as we go into the product launch to the global market and beyond, the victories that are going to be coming into ONPASSIVE it's going to be terrific. And each one of those victories, you and I, as founding members, we get to participate in that. We have a small group on this webinar today, and I love small groups. You all should take advantage of it. You can talk to Oliver, you can talk to Vincent, you can talk to Lynn, you can talk to me. Marty, I think he's in the middle of some things, but he might be able to come on in a little bit. Take advantage of this group here and ask the questions that you have, because I can tell you, these individuals, there's not anything you can ask that they can't answer. And the answers they give, they're absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, Lynn, we absolutely are in a league of our own. I love where we're at, as everybody knows. I know Oliver feels the way and feels the same way, and Vincent feels the same way. And I don't even talk about Marty. Marty's like, he's on cloud 9. He's very, very excited about ONPASSIVE. So if you all have questions, come on, bring them in. That's what we're here to do. I'll hand it back over to you, Lynn.
Absolutely.
And,
thank you, Mike.
You are the league we're in.
Yeah, we're in a very special league, a unique one. And I think most of us realize this and are super, super excited as to what is coming in our future, in our very, very near future. So today we are grateful to have our participants here, and we're encouraging you to interact with our speakers. This is a golden opportunity for you. We're doing it through the Q&A section of this webinar. We do have some questions, but I'm sure there are more. So comments and questions will be taken, as well as through my YouTube channel. My husband is there, Rob Gorman, and he is looking for questions and comments within that YouTube chat, all righty? So feel free to ask questions there. We will address them. So let's take the first one I see here from Nasir Ibrahim from Nigeria. And he says, good day, ma'am, Lynn, Oliver, and Vincent. Thanks for the great job. Please, what is the meaning when our CEO says it's ONPASSIVE is for people like us, someone who is not a computer guru? He wants to know, what does that mean? Any of you can take that, please? It's for anyone who is not a computer
Mike
guru.
wants to take it, then maybe I can follow.
Okay, go for it, Mike.
Actually, I was going to give it to you, Oliver, but you've already answered the question, Oliver. You answered it early on. That's why it's so important to listen to Oliver and Vincent. Oliver said very, very early on that what ONPASSIVE has done has made these very, very, very complicated products and tools that we use. They've made it so easy for the layman to use. Anybody can come in and use them. So when you talk about the products of ONPASSIVE, they're so easy that Ash's grandmother can come in and use these tools. They're made for you and I, those individuals. Now Oliver and Vincent, they're tech pros. They know this stuff inside out. I do not. If it's not simple, I click it. I'm on to the next thing. That's what Ash Mufareh has done. He's made it so simple that someone like me could use these tools and do very, very well. The thing about the products of ONPASSIVE and the tools of ONPASSIVE, you can come in and use all of these products because they're so simple to use. They're so simple to put together. As Vincent said and Oliver said, they're all integrated. They all work together. And you can put it together and you can become a marketer online. You can be as good as any other marketer online. You can be as good as those individuals that can market and make a lot of money online. That's what ONPASSIVE has done for each and every one of us. Just regular people coming online and becoming master marketers. Marty talks about that all the time, and he's absolutely right. This is what Ash means. I even forget the question now, but it's what what Ash means when he talks about us as regular people. He's made it simple for all of us. Vincent, Oliver, anything to add to that?
The question again is, what does it mean when Mr. Mufareh says ONPASSIVE is for people like us who are not computer gurus? Go ahead.
Yeah, you don't need to be computer savvy. You don't need to, how do you think our grandparents back home in Africa that cannot even read and write, they use their phones? Everything is automated. Everything is automated. So you don't, but all what I'm telling our founders is that know your business. This is your business. Is if you had some doubt before, and as of Thursday, Mr. Mike Ellis said it in his was it yesterday presentation? He said that if as from Thursday you didn't get it, then please, I'm begging you, go now and own your business. This is your business. This is your life. I'm saying this. ONPASSIVE is the only business on this planet Earth that you are fortunate and you are privileged to be a founder, and that your generation upon generation would benefit from it. You don't need to be a computer savage. All what I'm advising is that as from now, before we go to the market, go to the back office, start familiarizing yourself, play with your back office, go to updates, go to webinar, go to my link, go to places, go there. You can use 1 hour every day or 3 times a day, one hour or 30 minutes, even 15 minutes, just go there and play with it. Familiarize yourself with it. Try to know your business. Know your, if you know your, you cannot be selling a product that you don't know the product. Okay, you can be traveling tomorrow to at the airport, you see at the bill, you look at the airport that those TV screens, you see what you see ONPASSIVE. Somebody will say, I'm a founder. What do you people do? You're a founder, but you can't explain. It's a shame. It's a shame. So know your business. You don't need to be computer savvy. You don't even need, but so long as you can manipulate your phone, go to your back office and get money to your transfer to your bank account. So start now. Start now. Because we are there. We are there. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you. And I know Vincent wants to say something. Go ahead, Vincent.
Oh, no, thank you, Angeline. I know Mark Ellis and Oliver, they said, oh, so to know ONPASSIVE, you don't need to be a computer guru or computer person, because anyone, like Oliver said, if you are connected with ONPASSIVE, webinars, back office, learn what is there, I think you don't have any issues. And then you'll be okay to use every single tool of ONPASSIVE, because everything will make it simple, like Otech Pro keep it simple. So all tools, all our products, they are very simple to use and very easy to use as well. So you don't need to be a computer pro to use our stuff. So only thing you need, even something where we think we can ask people, can teach people, being the webinars, we'll talk about that, and then people will be connected and then they will know as well. So be connected, go to webinars, learn from webinars, go to your back office, keep connected and learn every update in the back office. I think that will be enough to be a good ONPASSIVE and then know about your company, because ONPASSIVE is your company. You need to know about all the product and all everything we're doing on ONPASSIVE. So thank you, Lynn.
Thank you very much. I see we have questions and comments in the Q&A, and what I'll be doing is selecting those that are relevant to our topic today. Some of them are kind of technical, so those are the ones that I will probably not be sharing with this group, because this is not what our session is for. But we have Joao Sordo from Portugal. He's a regular attendee. Good to have you back here, Joao. And he's asking, what is your opinion about which ONPASSIVE product will be the most successful among future customers and why? No right or wrong, it's an opinion. Who would like
Vincent,
to get?
Vincent, you get to go first this time. Let's hear it.
All right, go for it, Vincent.
ONPASSIVE product, yeah. OConnect, I think I would say OConnect, because a lot of people all over the world, they were trying to do OConnect. So yeah, I would say OConnect, because most people are trying to use that product, great products of us as well. Yeah.
For me, all the products, I don't even know what I can say, but all the products, they are all embedded with disruptive features, and and it's something that everybody will use. But if I want to go, I want to break it right down to where a layman, because that is where my heart is, that a layman from PNG, from Africa, from India, the developing countries that they can only afford $1 or $2 a day, I'll go to OPAL. I wonder if I want to call somebody from PNG, we can talk without any interruption. The network is clear. If I want to talk to somebody back in Africa, the network, they will not go to the mountains, to the hills, to go and stand to try to see if they can get network to talk. For me, OPAL is down in my heart, because everybody in the world will use it. Look at Dubai. There's no work, there's no WhatsApp in Dubai. OPAL is going to be there. Our office is there. OPAL is going to be there. So OPAL is that thing. Communication is the tool, is the weapon in life. Communication. If we do have that tool that people can communicate freely, in fact, then the world will be in a better place. So OPAL for me is the #1, but all the products are, the same. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Mike?
just real quick, Lynn. I agree with Vincent and Oliver. Every time I listen to them, what I think what my best product is, it changes. I listen to Oliver talk about product. That's the best one. That's the best thing. And I listen to Vincent. Now that's the best one. I think it really just depends on the individual. We all have different needs. ONPASSIVE will meet those needs, whatever they are, and whatever product that is, that's going to be the best product for you. For me, I'm a marketer. That's what I do. It's what I enjoy doing. I like talking to people. And for me, the most powerful product is traffic. I know people don't think about traffic very often because most people don't use it. At least they don't use it the way they should. But when you start thinking about the traffic of ONPASSIVE, there are so many avenues you can go down. And as founding members, each one of those avenues will bring in so many apples, it'll choke you. That's what traffic will do. So for me, it's the traffic. But again, when I listen to these guys, I change my mind every day. All the products of ONPASSIVE are just absolutely phenomenal. And whichever one you get, you're going to love it. That's it, Lynn.
Thank you. All right, we have Collins joining us. And if Collins if you're free, the question is, how is, when Mr. Mafar says you don't have to be a computer guru to benefit in ONPASSIVE, what does that mean? You can chime in on that. And your silhouette right now, if you want to bring a light on your face, we'll be able to see you. We can't even see your face right now.
I'm just trying to get my light on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
It's just
see
like the sun is really bright, so it's just affecting my screen.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, you can proceed and give your feedback on that question, please.
Yeah, so just want to greet everyone. Sorry for being late. I was hooked up with a lot of stuff. So, but I'm back. I told Oliver. Yeah, so you don't have to be a computer savvy to be able to use the ONPASSIVE product. Truly, you don't have to be, because it is all done for you. Everything is automated. It is integrated. It's hands-free. You don't have to be computer savvy, because when we are using different products out there, for instance, Facebook, all of those products, we are not most people are not computer savvy, but they know how to take pictures, they know how to do a lot of stuff. And those products, sometimes they are even tricky and difficult to even identify where all the features are. But with ONPASSIVE, the way it is designed, it is easy to use. It teaches you how to do it. Everything is just in front of you. There is no way you have to be a computer savvy to be able to use ONPASSIVE products and services. I think in a nutshell, that's what I would say, because it's all done for you. It's designed that way, for you to be able to use it, user-friendly. Everything is just there in front of you.
Thank you so much. All right, let's go on to another comment or question from the Q&A. Nasir Ibrahim from Nigeria, he says that the dream of many people is to go to America to work or go to school. But ONPASSIVE is making founders and customers to make the America of their dreams in their own country. I guess what he's saying is you don't have to leave your country any longer. You can make your dreams come true just where you live. And this is why ONPASSIVE is in a league of its own. And I thought that was a very beautiful statement that he made. If you all want to comment on that, feel free to.
Yeah, I want to start one. I want to start that one, Lynn. What he said is very, very powerful. People have this illusion that they want to come to America and that all their problems will be solved. I mean, that's just what people think. It's not true. And when you think about this, and a gentleman did a study on all of this, very, very interesting study. If all the people came to America, America all of a sudden would be a Venezuela. It would be a third world country. It wouldn't be prosperous. And the goal is not for people to come to a country that they think is better, whether it's America or whatever country it is. The goal is for the world to make other countries as good as any other country. And in order to do that, ONPASSIVE, I think, has a role in that, because ONPASSIVE is coming in and giving people financial freedom. And when you give people financial freedom in their country, they have the ability to change the atmosphere of that country. It's really, really important that as individuals, just as people, we try and lift other people up, other countries up. And when you can do that, and people no longer have the desire, because this is their home. They don't want to leave their home. They want their home to get better. And really, that is the key to making the world better, the countries around the world better. Leaving people where they are, because there's so many talented people around the world, and then giving them the ability to use those talents to improve their country. Don't look at other countries and think you need to go there to have a better life. You don't. And this is what ONPASSIVE is all about. We're all about making a better life where you're at and then improving it from there. And I think ONPASSIVE is going to have a large impact on being able to do that. I don't look at other countries. I mean, I'm from the United States, and life has always been pretty good for me. I know there are countries out there where it's tough. It's really, really tough. I think we can lift those countries up. I think we can make them better. And I know that those individuals in that country, it's their home. They don't want to leave. Let's make those countries better so people don't have to go someplace else to have an abundant, full life. I think that's a really, really important question that the individual have. I think it's important to answer it. And then I think it's important for us to act and lift these countries up. So it's really important to me. That's one of the, it hit a note with me when he asked that question. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, let me also add on that. That's a very good question. ONPASSIVE has made people stay home. You want to go to school, you use Academy. You do your profession with passion. Whatever thing that you do with passion, that they don't force you to, you do it because you like it, you love doing this thing, you know, and you make money from it. With ONPASSIVE, you are fine, because you will not think, if you want to travel to come to the US for visit, because you have the money, you have excesses. Now you want to use the extras, the extra money to touch life, to impact your community. You want to go to school, you want to increase your value, you go to Academy and you take your classes online, you are fine. You know, you want to travel the world, you are fine. There'll be no embassy that will not give you visa to travel, because you have the money. You have the money because you are coming to that country to come and spend money. Which embassy will see that you have more than how many $1,000 that you want to come and spend in their country to boost up their economy? They will not give you the visa. They will, because you are coming there to come and spend that money. So, and ONPASSIVE has done a lot, and in fact, the gains that ONPASSIVE is bringing on the table for everybody, all the founders and the resellers, even the customers, is huge. It's uncountable. It's uncountable. So, my brother, or whoever that asks that question, you are fine. You will get visa from any country that you want to go, not only United States. You increase your value if you want to go back to school. Use Academy. We have classes there from whatever, from kindergarten to the university to PhD. So you are fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I would like to add, sorry, my mic is.
Marty, I think Marty wants to say something.
Marty, do you want to talk?
Oh, Marty want to talk. All right. Only for Marty.
Yeah, I finally was able to get in here. I was listening to everybody and I couldn't help myself. I had to get in here. Some things I want to look at, break it down for people that maybe, you know, some people don't understand all the terminology. I'm at fault. I'll bring up something and people don't know what I'm saying because they just don't understand it. We're talking about simple. I'll break it down the best I can. It would be like owning a franchise, a McDonald's franchise, okay? But even better yet, you own the franchise, you open the door, they order all the food, they cook all the hamburgers and French fries, you go around the other side and they tell people to come in and your drive-thru is full. That's the business of ONPASSIVE. And if you want to, you can point to your McDonald's. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. The traffic's coming, the work is all done, and you watch people going through your business. But like everybody said here, you should learn as much as you can about it. And listen, the most technical thing about ONPASSIVE for me, one of the most technical things is taking a very difficult thing and making it seem so simple that you say, well, that's not so bad. That is the technology. That's why you're saying it. Because if you, you know, I was talking to Mr. Mufara, and how he thinks is, we want to make this easy. And this is from experience from him. You go in, you want to do something. So you do it, you click it, or you drag it, or you got to go from one screen, you got to log out, log back in, go to something else. All that's on one dashboard. And on top of that, you might have to go click and drag, whatever. He wants one click. And if it's 2 click, I want it down to 1. And if it's 1 click, I want to figure out if you can do it with your mind. I'm exaggerating, but that's what he thinks. That's how he looks at things. He's looking at it as if somebody has zero experience, zero. Now, the reason I get excited, Mike's excited, we've been doing it a long time, is because I can see that when the marketers out there wake up and see the sleeping giant, they're going to flood into this McDonald's, okay? They're going to want everything it has to offer. I'm telling you right now, because the beast and the elephant in the room is traffic. Traffic is very hard to get. You can pay the money to get traffic, but usually it's garbage. I know. I bought my share of garbage traffic. You know, somebody said, I got 20,000 names and emails. How'd you get them? I bought them from somebody. They're garbage. I could go out and get 100,000 emails tonight. They're garbage. You want people that want what you have. That's targeted. We've got a company that's going to learn the buying habits of people. It's going to know Fred Johnson goes here and does this. He clicked on our link, but he left. He only watched 20 seconds of a 30-second. Let's remind him. Maybe somebody came, maybe the mail came, he forgot what he was doing. That happens every day. He goes back and reminds him. And the guy goes, oh, that's what I was looking at. He forgot. Don't say it doesn't happen. I know we did it manually. And doing these things manually costs a lot of money. And the output is, the return is very small. It's very small. We would go 2 months to get an ad to run okay. No joke. And all this time it's running, we're spending money. And going back to Dan Street and explaining to him, no, we just need a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. But when you get it right, it feels good. ONPASSIVE is going to drive the traffic, and it's people that want what we have. And on top of that, it's AI, machine learning. It's going to learn how to drive traffic even better. That's amazing. While we're doing what? Watching your business grow. I think I can do that. But you can point people to it. Hey, come over here. Free product. Come over here. Come over here. And get where you want to get quicker. Cut time frames, as Mike says. Why? We have no guarantee on life, right? 168 hours a day for me is the same as the President of the United States. So you cut back time frames. But listen, a league of its own. A league of its own it would be if we were comparing OConnect with Zoom. We're not. Zoom will not be in our league. Right? It's many products. We might wind up with 20 or 30 or 40 unicorn companies on one platform. Who are we going to compare that to? We don't know anybody. We're in a league of our own. From the very first day till today and tomorrow and the next day, there's no comparison. When I said people will be fighting for second place, we're not in that game. We're in a totally different game than anybody else. The best in their game, that's okay, because the game they're going to want to be in is that dot that just went by them at 2,000 miles an hour. That's the game they're going to want to be in, and you guys are already in it. And anybody that's watching this a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, you're a tech guy, you're a marketer, and you're scratching your head going, why can't I make it? Don't feel bad. You're one of millions. I banged my head against the wall for 10, 15 years. You're not unique. In fact, 99% of you don't make a dime. ONPASSIVE can change all that for you and your family, even if you're watching this 5 years from now. Remember that, 5 years from now. But by then, you'll already be in. But really, this is a league of its own. Oh, my God, you kidding me? There's no comparison. The more you learn, and everybody's here seeing it. They're seeing it from the tech background, but I'm seeing it from the crap I walked through for 10, 15 years. Mike knows. It's not fun. People beating you down, shutting down stuff, companies folding. This company was built from the very beginning. The conception of the company was value, build it for people, give people what they want, give them more than they want. At the highest technology in the planet. Who's going to compete with that? You can't do it. The philosophy of business is not even the same. Go talk to that fat, gray-haired old man who's making $1 million a year as a shareholder, and go tell him, say, hey, we're going to change the way we do business. We're going to give value. He's not doing that. So this is amazing. I know I didn't even answer the question, but that way I don't have to come back. That's all I got.
That was awesome. Anybody else want to chime in on that? Mike, Vincent, Oliver, Collins?
Yeah. Thanks, Maddie. Maddie just took it, but there was something I wanted to answer to that question. Maddie have just blown us again about ONPASSIVE, the league on its own. The question was, again, more about where will you want to live? And I think Oliver answered it, Mike Ellis answered it, but I want to give a different spin. There was a survey carried out, and this question was posed to those who are struggling. Where do you want to live? A lot of people choose Europe, America, or the Western world, you know. Then they did the same survey again with those who are wealthy, rich. Where do you want to live? A lot of people choose peaceful area. Some of them say Barbados, Africa, in a nice island, cozy island. Why do they choose that? It's because they are already financially stable. Those who want to come to Europe or America, they are not financially stable. And that's why they are choosing that country, because they believe that is where the opportunities are. But when you are financially stable, I believe many of us will not even want to live there, because it is really draining, you know, the hustling, and you want to live in a peaceful area where you can enjoy your life to the fullest. If you ask me after ONPASSIVE launch, where do you want to live? I will call you an island like SHARE Island, and maybe I would choose like maybe Jamaica. You know, the place I know I can have that peace, or Cameroon, you know, in a peace, not Cameroon in a city, but in a small village where I can have, you know, that peace of mind, you know, seeing all the birds flying on the trees, you know, nice area, vegetation with the breeze, you know, natural environment. This is ONPASSIVE for you now. ONPASSIVE is coming to give us that financial freedom where you will not even need to think about all of this, because when you are financially strong, you don't want to work anymore, you know, because when you are talking about those countries, because you want to go and look for a job. But now you are financially strong. Do you need job again? No. Now you have that freedom of time to enjoy what you've never ever enjoyed. Even in your own country, there are people in Cameroon who've never moved in one country because of financial hardship. I think Vincent will bear with me. In Ivory Coast, there are places that you cannot go because you don't even have the financial power. But now, if you are financially stable, you can even visit all those places in your country, places you've never seen before. Maybe you think it's heaven. First time when I was young, you know, as a child, I used to believe that Jerusalem is in heaven. You know, that's what most kids believe, that it is in heaven, it's not on this planet Earth. But when we grow up, we discover that, oh, Israel was on this planet Earth, not in heaven. You know, and this is the idea where you have money, you want to visit there. Yesterday, I was talking to Vincent. We were talking about going to Turkey, going to Little Island, and then at the end of it, we'll go to Israel to thank God again on the Holy Land for all the achievement. These are what we are thinking. not traveling somewhere. We are trying to go away after this. So this is my take. I will leave it there until it. Thank you very much.
Great, great. Anyone else?
Lynn, yeah, let me just add just a couple of things. I mean, these guys are right. It is really, really difficult to leave your home. And I've seen the world. There are so many beautiful places around the world. And most people where they live, they absolutely love it. There are things there that just touch their heart. They don't want to leave their home. ONPASSIVE in the next months and years is going to change everything. It's going to give people the opportunity to stay where they're at because of what Ash Mufareh is doing. There are things coming you guys don't know about. It will change countries. And in the end, it's up to us, those individuals that participate with ONPASSIVE, wherever we're at, when we get what Collins is talking about, what Oliver's talking about, what Vincent's talking about, when we get those things, now we can make an impact on where we live, on our community, on our governments. It's up to us to do that. Honest, clean, ethical. That's what we bring to the table. And when people understand that, they are going to get behind you. And we are making leaders in ONPASSIVE. And I want everybody out there to understand, you need to be that leader. You need to be that individual that understands what's going on, understands the world, understands that he wants to bring things into his country that are honest, clean, and ethical. It's what ONPASSIVE stands for. It's what Ash Mufareh stands for. These are the things we're going to be able to do in every country. And you're not alone. If you're in some remote country and you think you're a lone wolf trying to do this, no. You have ONPASSIVE behind you. You have 1.4 million people behind you. You have resources behind you. There are things we're going to be able to do that is going to change everything. It'll get rid of, what's Ash say? We are the correction to the corruption. We're going to get rid of a lot of it. Obviously, we're not going to get rid of all of it. We live in a real world and there is evil out there. But we can make a major, major impact and make lives better around the world. You don't need to go any place to have a better life. You don't need to go anywhere. We just need to change a few things, and that's going to happen. That was probably longer than I should have gone, Lynn, but it really is a passion of mine, making things better where people are at. That's what we want to do. Go ahead, Lynn.
That's what it's all about, Mike. I agree.
Yeah.
Now, some of you are watching this webinar through live streams on YouTube. We're live streaming on 20 channels. So if you're on that channel, please feel free to subscribe to that channel, like the live that you're on, and click the bell icon so that you get notified whenever new videos are posted. And in line with that, in my ONPASSIVE Lynn Nakamoto YouTube channel, we have Casey Zevenbergen, and he asked a question relative to what we're talking about at the moment. And he says, how will AI assist us to free humanity from the corrupt matrix we live in? So this is in line with our discussion that we just had. How will AI assist us to free humanity from the corrupt matrix we live in today? Anybody want to take that? AI.
I can chime in and then Oliver will come. Or Vincent. Okay. You know, AI is artificial intelligence, machine learning. You know, is the new way of building software, like a really good software now. You know, machine learning is about freeing that time where machine can behave like human. So how will AI help? We're talking about facial recognition. If most of the government want to use facial recognition, using old stuff with the facial recognition and CCTV camera, that's it. It will be good for the government because they can free all those who are trying to cut corners for their work, trying to steal time, say, oh, I've put 8 hours and maybe you put only 2 hours at your job. You know, all of those things will be like all the time they waste for resources, human resource, and they're spending too many, especially less developed countries, where there are a lot of corruptions in there. If they use, for instance, our own staff, that is it. It's a game changer, you know. And you know, there are a lot of applications that we have driven by AI where there is no way. Remember, our CEO said machine don't have feelings. AI don't have feelings. AI don't have like you are this or you are that, you are Mr. this, Mr. that. No, machine don't know that. Machine just give the number. You input 1, it gives you 1. You input 2, it tell you it's 2. That's it. You cannot put 1, you expect machine to give you 3. It doesn't work like that. And that's where AI is coming into play to transform the whole system. And especially if most of the companies say, yeah, we want to use it. And I know the Western world would die for this. But what I know where this person asking the question is coming, maybe from one of those countries where it is really difficult, you know, to implement stuff because of corruption. Because they know, as our CEO said, we are the correction to the corruption. You come into ONPASSIVE, there is no shortcut, there is no corner, there is nothing, because everything is hosted in our data center, in our database structured, and there is no way you can do it. So AI will be good, but the only thing we are saying now, if a lot of a company within the less developed country, this corruption will be able to want to use it, that will be beneficial so that they can clean their system. But it's up to them to come in. But we know majority of good companies will die for it because they know it will cut down time. It will, if it's automated, everything is well calculated, or counting is well calculated, automated. You don't have to do manual labor again. Things that are too repetitive, you don't need to do it again. It will cut down time frame. That's how it will help. I don't know if Mike wants to add something, or Oliver, I'll leave it there.
No, I do have something to say about that. AI, Collins is right. AI is a great product. It's a great tool in the right hands, and ONPASSIVE is the right hands. You have to understand that AI can be used for nefarious things also. And what's important for me, for everybody that's listening to this webinar, AI, yes, it's going to change everything. ONPASSIVE is going to do great things with AI, absolutely great things, as Collins talked about. But it's important for you to understand when you're being controlled and manipulated. You have to know the world, you have to know the people you're listening to, and you have to understand whether they're actually trying to help you or they're trying to control you and manipulate you. This is what ONPASSIVE talks about when it talks about the correction to the corruption. ONPASSIVE, they'll take care of all of that, but it's up to you to understand who you're listening to and understand what they're saying to you, and if it's good or bad, because they're still bad out there. And if we can get to that place where you can see the differences between the two, AI can come in and make a massive difference in your life in a very, very good way. But always understand who you're talking to, who you're listening to, and understand if they're trying to control you and manipulate you, because there's a lot of that going around in the world today in every country, including the United States of America. Understand where you're at. Always look at the light, look at the good. Marty talks about, darkness, it can't hide in the light. And when you shine a light on it, which is what ONPASSIVE is doing, that darkness can't hide. They can't disguise what they're doing. And when you recognize that, now you have a way forward to have that good life, go where you want to go into the light. It just gets very, very good. And AI, yeah, it's going to have a major impact on many, many people in a very, very good way with ONPASSIVE. So.
Lynn, can I add?
Yes.
Mike just tweet my brain again.
Right on, go for it.
AI is the tool of technology for today, and ONPASSIVE will take it to the next level. Everything that is automated is going to, like Colin said, it's going to save time. Productivity in company, perfect. More money into companies' pocket. Even in our own lives, like I'll go back to OPA, AI. Look at the security. It comes with its own security. Everything in AI comes with its own security. I think we know them. Our systems are going to be well secure because of AI. Let's get out of ONPASSIVE. A lot of cars today comes with AI in it. They use a little bit of AI for safety. If you drive most car today, if you are going to your other lane, you know, the car starts shaking, telling you you're out of your lane. Look at our toothbrush today. It has AI. When you use your toothbrush, you put your mount pressure on the electric toothbrush. It shows red. That's AI there. It tells you, please release that pressure. Go to the hospitals. Look like is it colonoscopy? That if they want to do you surgery or they want to do colonoscopy, something like that, it comes with that fiber optic laser on that needle. That when they put it in your stomach, AI now is there seeing everything in your stomach. Doctors can easily dictate whatever thing or your illness, or they want to crib you, how do you call it in is it colonoscopy, something like that? I don't know. Yeah. Or if they want to, like, your intestine, they want to do something surgery in you, that laser, fiber optic laser that we use, that ONPASSIVE uses also to connect to our server. And AI is there. So the AI is now dominating. But ONPASSIVE is the father of AI today, you like it or not. And that is why our CEO is taking us to the next level. Before they come, we are 3 to 5 years ahead. Before companies want to come and get to where we are, we'll move to the next level, like he always tells us. So we are the eagle because of what? AI. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? All right. Well, we're coming up on 2 hours, and we've been able to select a few questions from our attendees. I see in my YouTube channel lots of really good comments, and I want to read a couple of them. From Francis Wambua, who is in Kenya, he says, "Thank you all our leaders here for the good work you are doing for all of us founders. ONPASSIVE is truly challenging the whole world, and especially African countries. Kudos to our CEO for the opportunity." And we have Suzanne DeVoe had an interesting question, and she says, "I want to stop human trafficking, and will the O-Tracker allow police to find the corrupt people doing these terrible crimes?" Can anybody answer that? Because I'm kind of curious about that as well, about O-Tracker. Any one of you can take that.
That's kind of
Okay.
a technical question, and I'll let Vincent answer it. I think around the world, I don't even know if I should go here. No, I shouldn't. Vincent, go ahead and answer the question.
Okay. Thank you, Mark, here for this question. O-Tracker O-Tracker help also to check your IP address. Let's say I'm here in the UK, is internet cyber security. So if I'm doing something with my computer and then trying to interfere with other system, or maybe do something wrong as like criminals, with the O-Tracker, we can check your IP address. We can use you also to track your location. We can use O-Tracker also to even track the country where you are, the area you are. So O-Tracker is one of the tools also to track the criminals. So so this is something we can use also, and then police can use it. And that is not only for tracking criminals. We can also use it to geolocalization. We can locate someone. We can locate so many things. We can use it in a different IP address system. So with someone, or you can use it to know that Antillean is located in this position at the right time where we are talking. We can use the O-Tracker to find all these things. It's not only for criminal. O-Tracker use it for so many things, to track so many issues in the IP system world, especially for bad guys, or even anything sometimes something can happen. Your boss can use it to say, okay, Antillean is working, because we have the company I'm working right now, we said we can work in the UK anywhere because we're working from home, but you're not allowed to work outside the UK. So we can use O-Tracker to track if maybe you are working in the UK or you're outside the UK. So this is so many benefits. We use it for O-Tracker. It's not only for criminals. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know. And I think O-Tracker is one of those reasons we are in a league of our own. I mean, ONPASSIVE is, because it's an outstanding product that
Yeah.
people are excited about. So thank you for explaining that. A lot of us lay people didn't get it, you know, why OTracker is so outstanding. And we have Greg Hill in my YouTube channel saying the education we are getting for free from our tech guys alone is unheard of in value in its own right. Isn't that a nice compliment? Thank you, Greg Hill, for that. We appreciate it. And we have in the Q&A people thanking us as we wrap up our session today. Surendra Sahu in India says, thanks everyone present over here. Thanks for valuable information. And he has a quick question, and I think it's an interesting one. It'll be the final question we have today. He says, how would you describe the company culture? This means ONPASSIVE's company culture. And I think we have a very, very special culture indeed, and we've discussed it, but we've never called it the company culture. So we'd like Mike, Vincent, Oliver, Collins, and Marty, feel free to answer that question.
Okay, I can start, and then they can also
very
chip
good.
in.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Vincent.
Okay, I would say ONPASSIVE is the best company culture in the world, and I've never seen before. You can see that when even we go to this particular webinar I'm talking, you can see that if you go to the participant, you can see that people calling in from everywhere in the world, in Africa, Europe, Asia, America, everywhere. So I would say from this perspective, I would say ONPASSIVE is the best multicultural in the world. And then the best company, and the company will put everyone. It does ONPASSIVE didn't put people together from maybe from your background. You could be poor, you could be rich, you could be anything. You could be white, you could be black. They put all us together. So ONPASSIVE, that's the real company. It's not a dream. And then ONPASSIVE put us together. So today I can see that I got friends from all over in the world, India, Africa, Europe, America, everywhere. So this is what a lot of companies haven't got, but ONPASSIVE we have that. So it's a multicultural company. So I say it is a great one in the world. So I thank Mr. Ash and then all these great leaders working with Mr. Ash to put us together. And we thank them again for this great job they have done so far, because we haven't seen that before. And then now it's real, it's not a dream. We are all together, and then we are one world now. So thanks.
Thank you. Excellent. Now we go on to Mike. The company culture, talk about that.
Go ahead to Oliver and Collins first, Lynn.
Sure, Oliver.
Let me come in.
Okay,
The
okay.
difference thing.
Collins is ready. Go for it, Collins.
Yeah. So when they talk about culture, company culture, they are talking about value. They're talking about equality. You know, ONPASSIVE is the only company that treats people equal, puts people first before money. That is a very, very good culture. And if you look at what our CEO, Mr. Ajufara, said, he said in ONPASSIVE, there is no religion, there is no tribe, there is nothing short, tall, green, blue. There is only one culture, the ONPASSIVE family. That is a big, big plus for ONPASSIVE, where the CEO himself look himself the same. When he came, he said, I am Ash Mofara and I am your friend. He treats you the same as himself. You know, he gives value to everything. Look at the way he treats the employee. That's a good culture. The way they treat the employee, give them bonus every time. You know, the value that he wants to provide. One, again, is humanity. The culture of humanity, blessing others. We can go on and on and on, but this is what makes ONPASSIVE one of the biggest, based on their value and the culture that Ms. Ash Mofara is driving. So I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Great response. Great response. Anybody else?
They said everything.
All right. Yeah, I think personally that Mr. Mofara treats his people like gold, more than gold, better than gold. And, you know, because he treats everyone so well, he builds loyalty amongst his employees. And what better thing to have than loyalty? And loyal customers think what's best for the company, and they do more than they have to, and they're honest, you know, and I think we have a great employee base out in Hyderabad and other areas as well. And I'm I think it goes a long way. When you treat your people well, they will treat you well back. So I think it's pretty special. So we want to thank all of our attendees today. We had a very active chat, awesome chat. People were very respectful. We had a good Q&A session. We ran out of time, but we did have excellent questions. So we do encourage you to come back because we're going to be here every Sunday at 10 a.m. Bring your questions with you. We just ask that you stay on topic. And if you have any support related questions, bring that to support. So next we're going to have, after this session ends, we're having Heroes webinar. So a lot of those questions that I saw in the Q&A and in the chat and in the YouTube channel, live chat, these are questions that you can bring to Heroes. Heroes runs for at least 2 hours, if not over 2 hours. And we have all of our resource people there to answer your questions. So go to the back office. I have posted the Heroes webinar link in the back office, and it starts in an hour and a half from now, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And we have Oliver, Vincent, and Collins will be there, as well as Andy Burks, who's going to talk about the sales perspective. And we have Red Redfern, he's going to give an update, and he's excellent at doing that. So please come and join us at the Heroes webinar and come back to see Otech Pros every Sunday at 10 a.m. It's our brand new time and a brand new link, but we will be using that link for the next few months. So if you don't catch the post in the back office, just save the link and use that link every Sunday and come and join us, get educated, get excited, and get inspired. This is what Otech is all about, keeping things simple. So thank you. We appreciate all of you. We had over 100 attendees today. Normally we would have more, but the back office was down for a little bit of time. So maybe people didn't get the link. And again, this is a brand new link. So thank you again for your loyalty and your attendance. And we'll take it to Mike Ellis.
Yeah, just real quick, Lynn. God bless all of you. I mean, you guys are working like dogs. I don't know how you do it. You're everywhere, and you're really making a massive impact in ONPASSIVE. So great job, guys. You're absolutely doing great, all of you.
Thank you for that, and thank you, Mike, for being a regular contributor to our Otech Pros. You add so much value to our webinar. I appreciate you as well. Thank you, everybody. See you at the Heroes webinar, and see you next Sunday for another edition of Otech Pros. We appreciate you. Bye-bye for now.